And we're back.
By the way, for those of you on YouTube who wouldn't see it, the person in the chat was referring to earlier is our title on Twitch for our video right now is Never Gonna Give You Up. It's a good joke.
Good joke.
Let's check out this corpse.
It was Hamtaro. Hamtaro was brought back from the dead. You're right.
Angie's body. She's laying face down in the middle of the room.
What's wrong?
Are you going to take a closer look?
Nah, case closed.
Yes, I was planning to.
Got a minute?
Then let's hurry up and do it. We can't afford to waste any time here. Maki didn't hesitate. She stepped past me and walked over to the body. She has no problem with dead bodies. She is the ultimate assassin. Ah, this book.
This book.
Is the Necronomicon!
It's a book from, H.P. Lovecraft stories.
This was the motive, the Necronomicon.
Hey.
Angie tried to perform the ritual written in this book, right?
Okay.
Yes, if we look at this book, we should learn the steps of the ritual she was trying to perform. Let's take a look. The Necronomicon Resurrection Ritual.
Wait a minute, this is just a D&D player's handbook.
Prepare an effigy of the dead soul you wish to contact. Everyone may participate. Size and shape of the effigy is irrelevant. Make it out of whatever materials you wish. If it's not obvious who the effigy is supposed to be, label it with the name of the deceased.
In case you suck. In case you don't have the ultimate artist on your team.
After preparing the effigy, burn this Necronomicon to ashes. Well, failed that step.
Didn't quite get that far.
Use caution. Be mindful of carbon monoxide poisoning.
It's good call.
Sprinkle the ashes on the effigy and repeat the name of the deceased 3 times.
Hey, giving us fire safety, what is Monokuma Smokey the Bear, am I right? Thanks, I'll be here all week, try the fish.
Then close your eyes and wait. After a while, you should feel a light tap on your back. If so, that means the ritual was a success. Well, I think Angie felt more than a light tap. The ashes are only good for one use. The ritual can only be performed once, so use it wisely. So these are the steps for the resurrection ritual.
This is stupid.
Angie really believed this crap?
Oh, Angie was a little different. Okay, let's just say she was into God, alright?
It's pretty obvious that you wouldn't be able to resurrect anyone with this. Under normal circumstances, I'm sure that's true. But in this place, I don't think we can rule anything out.
Yeah, Maki, look around you. Have you noticed how nothing about this place is fucking normal?
Found a sword. A katana. Stabbed in Kaede's wax effigy.
Damn it!
Who did this? And why?
I'm way more upset about this than the actual dead body!
I mean, can you blame him? Let me see. Maki nudged me aside, then gripped the katana and pulled it out of the effigy. Wait, this is a crime scene. You can't... You wanted me to check the katana, right?
You're being a bad assistant.
Well, you can't do that if you don't pull it out.
Damn, she does kind of look a little bit like, who's our sidekick from the first game?
Maya?
No, what?
Oh, I was thinking Ace Attorney, because we were talking about Ace Attorney. Kyoko.
Is that her name?
Right?
Yeah, I think you're right. He looks kind of like Kyoko.
Kirigiri?
Yeah, Kirigiri.
A little bit, yeah. Yes, true, but we have to preserve the scene.
She's got the same bangs and the same terrifying red eyes.
Maki paid no mind to my protest and stared at the katana for a while.
Is this...
It's a real katana, but there's gold leaf on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe it's the one that was on display in the Ultimate Anthropologist lab. Is that so?
Okay.
We can probably assume this is the murder weapon, judging from the bloodstains on the tip. The edge is too rusty to cut well, but it would be enough to stab.
But
But why would they go through the effort of using this as a murder weapon?
that's true.
Good question. They could have gone to my lab and grabbed a much more suitable weapon.
Could it be?
Perhaps it's because Kyo's lab is on the same floor. They just grabbed something close by? They may have been in a hurry.
Well,
Or maybe they needed a long weapon like this.
Huh?
A long weapon?
okay.
My lab doesn't contain swords or any other weapons of this length.
Huh?
Really? Yeah, but they're rubber.
All right.
That's true.
I'm not sure how Monokuma found out, but he must know I don't use swords for work.
Why would you?
When I first started working, I botched a mission using a katana. I haven't used a sword since, which is fine, but because they're a hassle to carry anyway. I suppose everyone's lab is suited to them personally, just like Angie's was. But how did they know all this? Anyway, the gold leaf on this katana flakes off easily. It's all over my hand now.
You've been caught
Maki's the
bullying
murderer!
Okay.
Must be pretty old for the gold leaf to flake off that easily.
About a minute.
Probably from at least a few games ago.
Yeah, probably. Why didn't you say so earlier? My hands are all sticky now. I'll have to wash them later. Maki scolded me, then stood in front of Kaede's effigy.
Hey,
Stab. I'm gonna put the katana back where we
Then
found
she
it.
looked me dead in the eyes and she started to like make a pantomime humping it. Oh, do you like this, Shuichi?
If it's too hard to watch, look away.
Okay.
Thank you. I averted my gaze, and Maki stabbed the katana back into the wax effigy.
And then she took it out and did it again, and again, and again.
Even so, why was a weapon stabbed into the wax effigy? A hanging wax effigy, no less. Was it part of the ritual? Or was the culprit trying to hide the murder weapon?
Probably trying to hide it, dude.
Yeah, I mean, we never would have found that if we were the ultimate detective.
Perfect. No one will notice.
Perhaps they had no intention of hiding it. They didn't even wipe off the blood. Besides, I'm certain there are better ways to hide the murder weapon than this.
what are you talking about?
Then what's the reason for this?
That's.
I honestly have no idea.
Well,
We should investigate where this where this weapon came from. We might find a clue there.
They came from the fucking Kyo's lab.
Yeah, she's saying we investigate the Kyo's lab.
Oh.
The ultimate anthropologist lab? Yeah, let's do that. I want to make sure the katana is indeed from that room.
I mean, it came from the first game.
Yeah,
Oh no. Makoto is the killer.
it was only a matter of time. Four effigies hung upside down makes the scene particularly eerie.
It's even eerier because they all kind of look like Spider-Man to me.
Oh my god. Ropes are dangling from the exposed beams on the ceiling.
If I remember correctly.
Angie made all these wax figures. Who else would have done it? Is this rope from the warehouse?
You're right.
I believe so, and that means they won't be much of a clue. Anyone could have gone and gotten these ropes. Maybe the student council should have blocked the warehouse instead of the manhole. The warehouse does contain plenty of things that can be used for murder. Anyway, I know these effigies are just wax, but it still creeps me out.
that's true.
The effigies look exactly like real people. Not just their faces, but their bodies too. The ultimate artist certainly was talented.
Yeah, I'd hope so.
By the way, why is this effigy hanging upside down? Is it part of the ritual? I'm not sure.
Well, look it up.
If it's not, then why is it like this? Who would go out of their way to hang a wax effigy? Right. If they're going to do this much work, there must be some reason for it. What could it be? Who would do this? The culprit? Angie? Or someone else entirely? Byakuya showed up. This crime scene could use a little more pizzazz.
This is too easy. I mean, like,
Fuck with it.
let's be honest. Kokichi can pick locks. He probably already picked
Yeah.
the lock,
He probably pulled a Byakuya.
saw it, and was like, huh. Saw that the murderers were like signed their name, and was like, well, this is too easy.
This door is the lab's back door.
Is this?
This door has a sliding lock, and it's still locked.
That's true.
And because no one has used this door since we came in here, I believe Angie locked this door when she came in, and it's been locked ever since.
Hey,
Oh wait, what's this?
Oh, lockpicks. Oh.
Look, there's something golden shiny on the tab of the sliding lock. Golden shiny? Could it be?
The Golden Man did it.
It's usually the gray man. Maki, may I see it for a minute? I want to try moving the sliding lock.
so what?
You want to unlock it? Go ahead, do what you want. I carefully touched the knob of the lock, avoiding the gold parts, and softly slid the lock open.
Okay.
Just as I suspected, this lock will slide without much effort. Whether you lock or unlock it, this could be an important clue.
Well,
I'm curious about this rear door too, but there's something else that bothers me. The lock on the front door that we used to enter this room. Shouldn't we investigate the front door too? I'm gonna take a closer look at it. Maki walked over to the front door.
Imagine. Yeah, this time the manga we have to make is going to have the Golden Man in it.
A murder at nighttime is strange, impossible even.
The last murder was at nighttime, Gonta.
What? No,
Why do you think that?
Right.
cause student council make rule that we no can be outside during nighttime. Silly.
Oh, my mistake.
Everyone should have been asleep. No way murder could have happened at the nighttime.
Do you really think everyone would go along with that rule?
Going to go along with it. But the tattooer's rule. Angie say he punish us if we don't follow the rules.
But
But the student council wasn't included in that, correct? They could do what they wanted. Angie was also working here at night.
Hey, you leave Gonta's bad grammar alone. He's learning, alright? He's trying his hardest.
Huh? She was?
but
No way. Student council would never break on
Oh,
rules.
sweet, sweet Gonta.
right.
They should have been sleeping on rules to set good example to others. Maybe Angie get attacked while she's asleep in her room and get brought here?
Gonta.
If so, Gonta could have saved her if only Gonta saw.
It's okay, Gonta, it's for the best.
Gonta was sleeping. Sorry, Angie. Gonta no can save you.
I find it hard to believe that no one went outside in spite of the school council rule.
That's right, it too punished Angie for not following the student council rules.
Yep.
I'm not sure if it's okay to say this or not, but could Tenko be the culprit?
Well, it's
Tenko?
not okay to say it, but we're all certainly thinking about it.
Oh, it's not like I have proof or anything, but earlier I heard Himiko say that Tenko was trying to betray the student council.
No.
So you suspect Tenko?
actually.
Because as a member of the student council, she would have been allowed into this lab.
Oh, yeah.
That's right, Angie did allow members of the student council to enter her lab.
Yeah, and she had been shut away in here, working on the ritual by herself since yesterday. She said she would only unlock the door if she heard a student council member's voice.
That's true.
That would certainly point to Tenko. She did betray the student council after all.
It's
Wow,
not that I
okay.
want to suspect Tenko, but
Pretty quick to point the finger there, Tsumugi.
Yeah, Tsumugi.
Okay.
since only student council members would have been let in here.
So Angie only let in student council members. That'd be Gonta, Kibo, Himiko, Tenko, and Tsumugi.
You can take Gonta on that list. He would never do such a thing.
Of that group, Tenko is certainly the most suspicious.
This busty brown beauty has this all figured out.
You mean you know who the culprit is?
What was that?
Huh? The culprit? Fuck that.
Hey,
Shuichi, do we really have time to be listening to her?
I ask myself that every time. Hey, wait, god damn it! Are you just gonna ignore my genius idea? Just listen to me, okay? Come on, listen. Nah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, if you're gonna twist my arm, then I'll tell you. You better dime for this.
You know,
I know y'all are dominant flares, but even you get how weird these wax dolls are, right?
They are strange. Are they for the ritual or another purpose?
well then.
But I figured out with just one glance. These are diversion.
Could it be?
Diversions?
Listen up.
Yeah. The carpet uses these wax dolls to distract us from something.
Got a minute?
What do you mean by that?
What?
How should I know? Isn't that Sherlock?
Good. Good. Well,
Isn't that Sherlock Holmes' job?
I knew it.
you're a waste of time.
Damn, dude, Mew's such a jock.
Yeah. Maki turned and walked away. I can't say I blamed her.
What was that?
What the hell's her problem? She has on a rag or something? How can someone just be so terrible so constantly? So, Angie made these wax dolls, huh? The resemblance is pretty uncanny. They said a doll was on a details, you know. Let's just see how detailed they really are.
Hey!
Mew, stop trying to suck Realm's dick.
You tried to look up the wax figure skirt.
Well, okay.
What are you doing? Stop that!
Okay. There you have it.
What?
I don't want to see the doll in the panties. Wait. So, do you have a doll fetish? Are you excited that your dead girlfriend's a doll now? No! Shut up! You're dumb! If you like wax dolls so much, then go fuck the doll out of her!
I'm starting to agree with Maki. Talking to me is a waste of time.
Hey,
Mew is the worst. I flip-flop between regular hating her and loving to hate her.
Yeah. Same. I just want to confirm something. When we got to this lab, you're sure that the front door was locked?
Okay.
Yes, I'm positive. I grabbed the knob and tried to turn it, and it did a clicky click.
That's a technical term.
Yep.
That's a science term.
The front entrance was locked until Kokichi picked the lock to open it. Click, click, clack. So he picked the cylinder lock open.
hey,
You were there. Do you think anyone else could have opened the lock besides him?
That's true.
It would have been impossible from the outside. The monocubs took the key.
Who took the key?
Nom.
then
So Kokichi is the only one who could have opened or closed the door from the outside, right? Correct. Only Kokichi would have been able to open and close the door from outside. But someone inside could have opened and closed it as they pleased. So the front door was locked from inside this room.
No.
Not necessarily. I'm just thinking of possibilities. But in that case, the question becomes how the person who locked the doors got out. How the culprit got out of the room after locking the doors. Still, it's strange that the front door and the back door have different locks. The front door that we came in has a cylinder lock, and the rear door over there has a sliding lock. But by the time we discovered the body, both doors were locked.
is this?
In other words, this is what you might call a locked room mystery, right? Locked, huh?
Okay.
Yes, the cylinder lock's key was taken by the monocubs, so both doors could only be locked from the inside. But only if you rule out Kokichi's lockpicking, right? He could have picked the cylinder lock on the front door to go in and out of the lab. So he could have created this locked room mystery.
But also, he let us in.
It's possible that he locked the door from the outside by picking it after he killed Angie.
If I remember correctly.
That's true.
That's right.
Also, he appeared at an oddly convenient time when we tried to enter the lab ourselves.
I
He's clearly suspicious. It is suspicious, but that solution seems a little too convenient.
Damn, Shuichi's played Danganronpa before.
Oops. I didn't
Nice
mean
one.
to-
By the way,
Yeah, I know.
The only character I think I really intensely dislike is dead now.
Yeah.
And like, I don't even think, like, I don't know if I think Angie's like a bad character. Because I feel like they made her out to where you're supposed to not like her.
Yeah.
I don't know, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't pretend to understand the inscrutable will of Spikle Chunsoft.
It's unlocked, but I think there are still things to investigate here. There are? I thought I got them all.
Did you investigate Angie?
Yes.
Were you sure?
Oh wait, maybe not. Sliding lock. No one's used it. The gold. Might have gotten distracted by all the other stuff. There's blood dripping from Angie's head. According to the Monokuma file, she sustained a stab wound to the back of the neck, as well as laceration on her forehead.
I knew it.
The killing blow was a stingle slab
A stingle stab.
to the back of the neck. A sneak attack, most likely.
Well,
Then what do you make of the wound on her forehead? Maybe the culprit hit her in the head before stabbing her from behind.
but
But her two wounds are substantially different. Did the culprit change the weapons mid-attack?
Oh yeah.
I suppose that would be unnecessary.
remember,
Also, the wound on her forehead looks deep, but it's not bleeding much. Which is weird, because head wounds bleed a lot. What is going on with these two wounds? What's wrong, Maki?
Got a minute?
Move. Maki pushed me aside, then lifted Angie's body up by the shoulder.
Is this...
What's this doing crumpled underneath her body?
What is it?
It's a note that says Shuichi did it.
This is duct tape, right? What's duct tape doing here? I don't know, but it must be related to the case. Nah.
Eh.
Look, there are hairs stuck to the tape. Long hairs. Angie's, right?
Oh, are they?
Bloody duct tape with Angie's hair on it. What could that mean?
but
I'm surprised you spotted this, Maki. It was hidden under the body.
So what?
It was partially visible. As a detective, you should have noticed it before I did.
okay.
Well, that's true.
Stop throwing shade at me. Come on, Maki.
I'm still in training. Well, even so, I guess you're still getting used to being around dead bodies. So don't beat yourself up over it.
Okay.
Well then, it's good to know you're used to corpses. It's a good thing you're used to corpses, Maki.
You wanna die?
Sorry.
Sorry, joking. I couldn't resist.
Look, bud, you're gonna have to curb that habit of yours because it is unpleasant.
You don't need to apologize. I was joking too.
It is not a good joke.
That didn't sound like a joke though.
I think you fundamentally misunderstood the concept of jokes.
They're both very new to this. They're both the epitome of that one meme of like, I don't know if it's a quote from something, but it's like someone saying, I think I love you, and someone else like, I think I love you too, and the narrator says like, what they're actually feeling was friendship, but they just never felt it before.
Well, still things to investigate. Looked at the door, you looked at the body, you talked to all the people
Yeah, I
in
couldn't
here.
go to more detail in the body, right?
Man. I mean, at the body, all you can see is the... Wait, is there something to
Oh
the
wait,
left?
here's pool of blood. Angie's body. I think that's just those two though. Blood dripping from Angie's head. Oh wait, is this what I
This is
looked
you,
at?
yeah, you looked at this. Wow.
No, this is the same
Why-
thing. Why is it two
make
different things?
Why did they do it like this? Why did they do this? Oh,
Can I look at these
Shuichi's...
individual ones?
Shuichi's definitely a weird nerd. Absolutely.
Why are they hung up? What's going on here? Someone had to do it for a reason.
Anything up in the rafters you can look at?
It doesn't look like it, at least not here. I'm just gonna check to see if any of these are different. No. I can look at the monitor, but I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be like, oh, it's another monitor.
This monitor says murder on it. This monitor says... Wait a minute, this monitor says Kokichi did it. Wait a minute.
Maybe if I talk to her again?
Sure.
By the way,
No, that's the same thing.
There you
Fuck
go.
up Angie's shit!
This is it. This is the solution. This is what we needed to do.
Onto the body. Talk to the guys.
You looked at the Necronomicon, right?
Yeah, I didn't look at it in my inventory, but I looked at it like on the ground.
Right. Yeah, I remember that. I feel like that must have happened. Motive.
Just how to do the
D&D.
thing.
And there you have it, folks.
I looked at the sword. Looked at the door. Looked at the wax figures. Looked at Angie and the pool of blood. I wondered if this, like, ink was something, but it doesn't seem to be something separate from the door.
Yeah.
Talk to people again?
fucking virgin.
No, it's the same.
She just wants to fuck the dolls.
Maybe Tenko did it.
That's true. No.
I don't know, man. And you can't leave still.
No, it won't let me.
Okay, do me a favor and investigate one more time. Just one more time the pool of blood in Angie's body.
Okay. I think maybe the cursor messed up.
Yeah, maybe.
Small pool of blood is emanated from Angie's torso. It can't be from her forehead. This blood is from the back of her neck.
Is this?
This blood is dry. It must have been spilled a few hours before Angie was killed. Maybe more so. That fits the 2 a.m. time of death listed in the Monokuma file. Angie's body appears to be exactly as described in the Monokuma file. There were several clues that caught my attention, but I can't draw any conclusions yet. If we think about all the evidence in combination, that might tell us something. Let's continue the investigation for now. Maki, what's wrong?
So what?
It's not important, but The only time you're reliable is when you're investigating a crime scene. Is that supposed to be a compliment?
Like I'd know.
Who knows? You're certainly more reliable than Kaito, at least. That guy's useless. Anyway, let's continue. I think we've finished investigating everything for now. Let's go to the next place.
Got a minute?
Is this really the time to rest? I don't think we found enough clues yet. We don't know how much time we have left to investigate, so we need to hurry up.
You're right.
First, we should investigate the Ultimate Anthropologist Lab. We may find a clue related to the katana.
That's true.
We need to check if the katana really did come from that place. Is something wrong, Maki?
By the way,
It just occurred to me. Why am I acting like your partner?
Well, it's kind of hard to explain.
Well, it's fine. Just don't get used to it. It's not as if I asked you, but
I like you.
it's fine by me. We're just using each other. It's true that Maki is a tremendous help to me. Unlike my previous companions in this game, she actually knows a little bit about, you know, dead bodies and investigating and how to kill somebody.
Yeah, and that could be useful.
And that could be useful in a murder investigation. We finally found a competent
Sidekick.
companion.
Hey, let's go to the Ultimate Anthropologist Lab right after this break.
Okay.